What up, though? I'm Tarot King, the Prophet, back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. Here to do the forecast for Scorpio for the end of September to off into October. Yeah, I had to make sure I got my months right. I'm so damn off par with all this shit. I wasn't even telling everybody the right term when I was saying I'm gonna pull a divination card. I start all my readings out with a fortune cookie for my roses. I forgot that's what that was to me, but I'm bringing it back. So I start my readings off for the fortune cookie for my roses. That is including a card from the Damon Tarot deck and a card from the Moonology Oracle deck, Scorpio. All right. So without further ado, let's get this thing cracking. Sitting here waiting on the jump on my semi truck. I gotta get some new batteries, and these things take like 8 big, huge ass batteries. So I gotta wait for them to come give me a jump. Then I gotta go to the shop and get some new batteries put in my truck. So I'm just playing the waiting game, you see? Just playing the waiting game. But while I do that, might as well get the Scorpio reading out the way, right? Alright, let's do it. First fortune cookie. Pickles. Let's see what Pickles is talking about. It's my first time pulling out, so this is like the third reading in a row that I pulled a card that I've never pulled before. You're not going to look at any of my old videos and see me pulling that card or the last 2 cards that I pulled either. The divination behind Pickles is beware of long-standing or family feuds, of allowing old resentments to linger past the time when anyone remembers what started the dispute. Scorpio. Beware of long-standing or family feuds, of allowing old resentments to linger past the time when anyone remembers what started the dispute. Basically, forgive and forget. You already have gotten to the point of forget if you don't even remember what started the dispute in the first place. And so what's the sense of being mad if you don't even know what you're mad for? All right, let's get to this Moonology card and see what we get out of this. I don't know why I do all this shuffling for these cards. I only pick one card at a time, just one. I can see these cards, but these, but I do. It is what it is. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I gotta work out that glare. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see these cards and that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it's about anyway. A new romantic cycle begins for Scorpio, and that doesn't have to be with anybody. It could be with yourself. Sometimes you need to give yourself a little self-love, a little romance. But let's see what the card's saying, and then we're gonna see what the reading is saying. 9 is your number, Scorpio. Nina Ross. All right. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. See, you don't have to be just a personal relationship. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. The attuned to the moon, Libra, is reach out to someone and let them know you care. Reach out to someone and let them know you care. And the teaching behind the card is Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. Nice. And this is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am a Scorpio Rising. Just to throw that out there. Anyway, I use the Wildwood Tarot deck. I have a little deck and I have a big deck. I use the big deck to lay out the main general energy for the reading, and also the main energy for the past, present, and the future. Because I feel like you got to know where you came from and know where you're going. You know, what started all this to take it to have a resolution in the future. Good or bad. Then I use a little deck to clarify the past, present, and the future, and then once again to get a summary for the past, present, and the future. And then I come with a final card from the big deck to get a final message from the universe. All right. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see where this goes without further ado. Tarot King, the prophet. Tell a prophet for you, prophesize for you. To me, rhyming and shit. Rhyming and rapping and rhyming. I feel like I got something on my face. I don't know what's going on here. I am in my truck burning up. You hear me? I thought they just have a little piece of lint or something on my face. Piece of fuzz. I'm in my truck burning up. No battery. That means no air. That means no fan. Nothing. I'm in this motherfucker cooking. But this gonna keep me cool for sure. Alright. Bam. The Queen of Stones. The Queen of Stones, the bear. This is about seeing what's out there, Scorpio. Taking a look outside, you know, possibly being adventurous, coming out, getting ready to step out your cave. You know, getting ready to step out of your comfort zone. This ain't even usually the card that I talk about comfort zones with, but that's the feeling that I'm riding with right now. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready to step out, being in the house, just looking out. You know, I feel like there's a sense of pleasure there as well. You know what I'm saying? Pleasures for what's gained, what you have gained. You know, what you got in your cave. You know, but I feel like all this orange out there is just so much things out there that you desire. You see what I'm saying? And maybe now's the time to go ahead and get out there and get a Scorpio. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. That's the main general energy. We're gonna see what it's getting around to, and then we finna go to this past, present, and future, and see what's being talked about. All right. Okay. One more. Let's go to the past, the present, and the future. So far, not so shabby, but ain't no telling which way these cards can go. I don't mean to be on no janky shit, but it ain't no telling which way these cards can go. So in the past, we had a Page of Vessels. That's the Otter card. Past is like sort of, the page is sort of like a premature energy. You know what I'm saying? Not premature, I'm sorry, immature. Sort of an immature type energy, you know what I mean? A little bit of nonchalance going on there, you know, enjoying yourself, having fun. The otter is a playful animal. But what is this otter doing on this ledge? You got all this fulfillment around you. You got all this intuition. Scorpio is a very intuitive sign. You know what I mean? So you got all this intuition around you and all that stuff. And it's just like, why is this otter standing on this ledge? You know what I'm saying? If you've ever seen an otter in the water, the otter gets down and the water has a lot of fun. It's like he play with his food, everything. Like the otter is no joke when it comes to swimming. You know what I mean? Michael Phelps who type shit. You know what I'm saying? The otter gets down, swim laps around fish, everything. You know, might not be able to swim faster than the fish, but he can swim laps around it. For real. Alright? And once again, you got all this green, all this fulfillment, all, you know what I'm saying, things that you want just all around you. You know what I mean? And it's really just like being fulfilled, you know, kind of to an extent, probably having fun with a Scorpio. We're gonna clarify, see what we get to with that. In the present, we have the Major Arcana card 14, card of balance. Okay, you see this figure down here at the bottom? It's like a head, like a face, you know, and then you got these two dragon type figures right there. I mean, we're gonna call them snakes, though. I always call them snakes because they remind me of that medical that medical symbol, you know, that medical sigil. Maybe that's what I was trying to say, unconsciously sigil, symbol that represents something. Okay, and for whatever reason, this feels like a sign of growth for Scorpio. You know, this card has many meanings to me. You know, and I really see in that now because I never really thought it as a sign of growth. You know what I mean? But you got this medical symbol, and it's just resting on top of this guy's head. You know, and I say guy, but these characters are androgynous. You know what I mean? They're not males or females. Okay. Damn, so I only got 29 minutes left to record. All right, I better speed this up. So, it's like healing the things that you're thinking about. You see what I'm saying? A healing mind state. You know, maybe some little self-love going on there, that type stuff. See, these branches are going around everywhere, but you kind of just like focusing on one branch with that healing. We got the 4 vessels in reverse for the future. That is the card of boredom, but right side up. Obviously, it's not boredom. And once again, this person is surrounded by all this fulfillment and all that, and they got something to hold, something to lean on, you know. But they're just bored with everything it is that they have, and maybe possibly this can be coming around to some sort of show of appreciation. You know what I mean? Being humble to what it is you have, or finding something that's going to entertain Scorpio right here in this future. Okay. Yeah, I guess I gotta rush it. I didn't realize that I had a limited time to record. My memory space gone on this phone. Alright, I should use my iPhone. It's my Android. Yeah, I'm an iPhone and Android user. Look, I'm just steady babbling, running my mouth. Let me get this shit out. Alright, so in the past, uno, dos, tres. Remember, we're going off that page of vessels. We got the 4 arrows in reverse, the 8 of vessels in reverse, and the 7 vessels in reverse. Okay. Lots of vessels going on today. The 4 arrows right here. You see this butterfly right here, sitting here watching this guy sleep. Butterflies usually only live like a couple weeks. You know what I mean? And this butterfly is wasting his time watching this person sleep. You know what I mean? You only have a little time. So, but with it being in reverse, I kind of feel like the Scorpios out there just like not really focusing on anything or anybody, regardless of what it is that they're going through. My phone making noises to me. Mute this. Somebody just text the shit out of me. Anyway, yeah. So this butterfly is out being a butterfly, out living his life. But there's with this 4 being in reverse, it's like being ungrounded while doing it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of just like living sporadically. You know, just out there, just living life. You know, having a ball like that outer, having fun, living life. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feeling like it's something missing, but you got this 8 of vessels right here, this card of rebirth. All right. This is really just Scorpio. I mean, it's just a further account of Scorpio just really doing this thing. This 8 right here is about something that's ongoing. And Scorpio just keeping it going, keeping it going, keeping it going, steady rising, steady living, steady just out there, just being spontaneous, having fun. You see what I'm saying? But here go the part that counts to me. It makes sense of why this otter is just sitting on this ledge right there. Is because there's something missing. The Scorpio is missing something with this card of morning right here, the 7 of vessels. These bowls are empty. You know what I mean? It's like you got all these things around you, all this fulfillment around you, but you're not being fulfilled. You know what I mean? It's like Scorpio is like really, really hungry in this moment, in this past. You know what I mean? And they really want more. They really want more. You know? They get all these things around them, and they just still don't have what it is that they want. Okay, let's go into this present, see what's being talked about. Uno, dos, tres again. Yeah. Okay, so you got the 9 of bowls, the 10 of stones in reverse, and the 5 of bowls. Switching over to them bowls and shit, huh? Throw them bowls. Okay, so we got this 9 of bowls. That's like the universe being involved. You see what I'm saying? That's the card of respect. You know, the universe respecting what it is that you got going on right now at this present. I feel like it's some sort of growth going on. Remember, we got this card of balance, this healing mindset that you got going on right now. B just flew straight through and came from over here, flew over there. I got my windows open because it's hot. See, I'm probably sweating a little bit, all that shit. Y'all got to excuse me, perspiring. I still smell good, trust. But the universe is coming in, and this I ain't never noticed this little TP and shit in the back. Never noticed that. Been dealing with this deck for a few years now. I never noticed that. Everything in here is just so neutral though. It's brown, just brown. It's just like so neutral. But the universe is respecting what it is that you got going on. He sees fingering his arrow. He got his arrow prepared. You know what I mean? And it's like the universe is about to feed you something. It's about to send something your way. The universe is respecting this action it is that you're taking, because you're actively maybe maturing that mind state. You got this 10 of stones in reverse. Okay, that's the home in reverse. The 10 meaning something being incomplete. You see what I'm saying? I think that's just a further state that you're just out there, you know what I mean, out there getting and gaining and getting and gaining, you know what I mean, leaving your home, leaving the cave. Remember, that's funny because that's kind of like a cave right there. Look at that, you're in the cave looking out, so it's like you stepping out of your cave to get what it is that you've been missing, you know what I mean, what it is that has made you incomplete. And then you got this five of bows right here. It's like you realize that to an extent that the grass is green on the other side. You see what I'm saying? I'm really feeling like Scorpio is just really not appreciating what it is that they have. You see what I'm saying? This guy right here, he's just literally rocking out with his cock out. You know, I don't know how well y'all can see that card. He's literally rocking out with his cock out. He's got one bow over here and four bows over there. You got four bows where you at, but it's just that one bow that you see that's on the side where the grass is greener at. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got. You got that one bow and you're over there. So it's like you got all this shit over here, but the grass is green on the other side right here. So here you go. Trying to rock out with your cock out. Like you're really being cocky about this. Going to get what it is that you want. You see what I'm saying? Healing yourself, getting out of this situation where it's just like, I've built all this. You've built a whole fucking empire. You see what I'm saying? But the empire is still missing something. You know what I mean? And it could be something simple. You could be missing some curtains for the windows. You know what I'm saying? It's not a home till it's a home. You know what I mean? Something for you was still incomplete, and here you are going to get it. But my question is this even a positive situation? That five right there, you know, it's basically saying that the situation to an extent is unstable. You know what I mean? Even in this future, going with this four vessels in reverse, you know, it's saying that you're ungrounded. It's being ungrounded. Back here in the past, you was ungrounded. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I kind of think, Scorpio, that you're doing things without thinking them through. You know what I mean? But the universe respects what it is that you got going on. You see what I'm saying? You kind of just moving through life right now. You kind of just moving straight on through it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what you want. You want on a fuck it mission. You're on a fuck it mission. For real, there's no other way to see that right now. Okay, this whole last section is in reverse, which means that this future can be changed based on your perception of things or how you handle things. You got the Knight of Stones in reverse. You got the Eight of Balls in reverse. And you got the Two of Stones in reverse. Okay, so and then the major card for that area, for that section for the future is also in reverse. You see what I'm saying? So depending on how you handle things now, it's gonna tell what's going on in this future. You see what I'm saying? Honestly, I really feel like Scorpios are really on two different pages. You know what I mean? You know, everybody's not gonna do the same thing. You know, but I kind of feel like you got one set of Scorpios over here and another set of Scorpios over there. Some of you are after something real and are making the right choice behind it. And some of you are after some things that are more superficial. You know what I mean? Some more things that don't matter as much. And to be honest, you know what I mean? You might face some obstacles, you know. And I think just looking at these cards, I think it really depends on who or what you're doing it for. So you got this Knight of Stones, Eight of Bows, and Two of Stones. All right. So this Knight of Stones in reverse. All right. This has always been like coming to the end of a path. You know what I mean? Coming to the end of something, or an entity. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for you, kind of seeing what it is that kind of like a guardian angel, something like that. So I have my card that represents like the ancestors. I have my card that represents like the all, which, you know, the most high. I have my cards that represent ancestors, most high, the universe, and then I have my card that represents, you know what I mean, just like spirits, or just I mean spirits. I mean that's cliche because it's like ancestors are spirits, you know what I mean? But it's like angels, guardian angels, things like that. This, I think, though, is somebody specifically just looking over you. You know what I mean? Somebody specifically looking over you. But, or it could be, you know what? I feel like it's like more about roads opening up. You see what I'm saying? Because right side up to me, it's like a road coming to the end. Like you don't rode that horse all the way down to the end, you know what I'm saying? And there's really no going further. But I think these roads are opening up. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that you're doing that shit for you. This 8 in reverse, it's the word 8. It's not the number 8. If it was the number 8, you flip it. It's still the number 8, and it's still about something ongoing, something the number of infinity. You know, but it's the word 8. So flip it in reverse. I think it's about something stopping, something ending. You know, which could mean something comes to that. But it's the hearth fire. It's the hearth fire card. Hearth fire. And I just really think that you're removing all entities out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you've been doing a lot for others. You see what I'm saying? But here it is in the future. You like people have been basically benefiting off of you. You know what I mean? And I don't really get what that has to do with the reading, because none of this stuff right here has anything to do with to me, it has anything to do with friends or being used or anything like that. But it does. There, you are removing others out of the equation. You see what I'm saying? And also, you're taking 2 foundations and bringing them to one. You know what I mean? You're not facing any challenges or anything like that. You're really just getting what you want, having a lot of fun and everything while you're doing it. You're in a real cocky situation right now. I kind of really, to an extent, feel like you kind of just like, in this future, you kind of just dissing everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you don't need them. You know what I mean? All you need is whatever it was that was fulfilling you back then. You know, when I look at this card in the past, this otter has all these leaves and everything around it, all this fulfillment around it. So I do, to an extent, feel like in this past, it had a lot to do with, I got it now. In the past, you did have a lot of friends and family and whatever it is all around you. You know what I mean? There's had a lot going on while you had it going on. And then in the present, you see all them leaves and shit is gone while you're healing. You see what I'm saying? So you had to do all this healing and shit by yourself. And now that you've healed in the future, you kind of just like, whatever. You see all this green, all this shit right here, it's in reverse. You know what I'm saying? So you've removed all of that. You see what I'm saying? Something in you, you've come to the end of the road with that. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna run back to with this horse, going to the end of the road with all this friendliness, all this extra shit that you've been doing with others. You see what I'm saying? And you've removed them, and ever since you removed them, you quit facing all these challenges and things like that. You've been on this fuck it mission. You know what I mean? You had to heal alone, and so you're gonna be alone. People, it's almost like people were looking at you and saying that you got this, you got that. Like, what could possibly be wrong? You know what I mean? They just really weren't understanding. You know what I mean? And while you were going through the healing process, you did it alone, and they left you alone. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So you got the 16 in reverse, the Blastic Oak in this future. Also, if you don't remove them, then they keep riding on you. You know what I mean? No more free rides right now, but they're riding on you in this future. You know what I'm saying? And they're all around, and you're on separate foundations, and you're facing challenges. And here you go again, just being stuck, bored with all these motherfuckers around you that ain't no help to you. Okay, so you got the 16 in reverse. That turns the number 1 and 6, so that returns it into a 9 and 1. 9 is the number of the universe, and the universe bringing something into you. You see what I'm saying? I think the universe is showing you that things around you are no good. And it's a brand new. The universe put you on this path of a new beginning, and you took heed to what it was that the universe was trying to show you. That's why in this present, this universe had this respect for you. It's like, okay, well, you feel me, all right? In the present, you got this 13 card, the Journey in reverse, all right? Got this 1 again, it's about a brand new beginning. You got the 3 in reverse, that's the divine removing themselves from it. The universe is still in there, but the divine, your ancestors and all that is removing yourself from it. It's kind of like uprooting and just like forgetting what it is that you were taught by them. Oh, family this, family that, friends this, friends that. You just like, whatever. You know what I mean? This is about a situation, somebody picking at the situation, and everybody kind of like spreading rumors about the situation. The only thing that's in this card is not you, but it's in reverse, so you are involved, so you are paying attention to all the petty bullshit that these people are going through, have put you through, so on and so forth, and you recognize that you are above these things, and you didn't forgive, you didn't necessarily forget, you know what I'm saying, but you but you're not bothered by it. You know what I mean? And that's what makes the difference. You're not bothering with it. And coming into the future, here you go, outside of your comfort zone. This Five of Stones, that number of instability. Things probably do seem unstable because you are alone. Look at that. And look at this lightning strike on the side. That's the universe, yo. That's the universe just watching over you, Scorpio. You know, so you seem alone, you feel alone. If it's cold outside, you start this fire though, and things are starting to warm up for you. You know what I mean? You're looking good out here, and the universe got you. The universe got your back. You know, it's crazy too because I take so much pride and love in just knowing that my ancestors got me. My ancestors got my back. You know, but in this situation, sometimes I guess you got to forget all that. Sometimes you have to forget where you came from in order to get where it is that you're going. And in this situation, Scorpio, that's exactly what it is that you're doing. Forgetting where you came from to get where you're going. You know what I mean? And maybe it's time for something new, for new relationships, new friends, new partnerships, and things like that. The final message from the universe is, look at that. Don't worry about those people that are asleep, Scorpio. You be that butterfly, you fly, you do you. You be gorgeous the way that you need to be. You know what I'm saying? These other things aren't serving your purpose. They're not helping you out. You see what I'm saying? They're just around. They're just around, and don't let them stop you. Don't let them stop you from healing yourself, healing on your own, okay? We got a couple minutes left, so let me go ahead and get back to this. You got this, though, Scorpio. Remember what Pickles said. Don't be bothered with all that petty shit that people on. Beware of long-standing or family feuds, of allowing all resentments to linger past the time when anyone remembers what the dispute started. Yeah, and just don't worry about the past. Don't worry about none of that shit with them. You know what I mean? It's fun while it lasted, so on and so forth, but you got to do you, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. The attuned to the moon is reach out to someone and let them know you care. It's funny too, because it's almost like a lot of the times these cards have been like the opposite of what the reading is. Just recently though, because this is saying start up something with somebody, you know, and it's like if you do that, according to this reading, you'll be facing challenges in this future. You know, so take what you can from that, Scorpio. It's been a blessing to be able to be here, even though I'm hot as hell, sweating as shit. It's been a blessing to be here, man, and relate to you with these cards have to say. Love, light, blessings, and I'm Tarot King the Prophet. This has been another Crown King Tarot presentation. Love, light, blessings, and peace.